all came out over here at the road. We looked up at I-84, and we saw this huge object just hovering over the truck in kind of a shape of an L, with all lights, like a city of lights.
I was a little scared because I didn't know what it was really like. I thought that little creatures would come out of it and do stuff to us.
Afterward, you know, when I went to bed that night, I barely slept. I got up many times, opening my window just to see if it was out there or if it'd come back.
I thought I probably couldn't tell this to anyone because no one would believe me, because I wouldn't believe it if someone had told me before.
The object that I saw was at least the size of a football field. There were about 20 or 30 more lights in the back, red, blue, greens, beautiful colors. It looked like a Christmas tree in the sky.
It didn't look like an airplane to me. I'm familiar with airplanes. I was an aircraft mechanic in the Air Force for 3.5 years. Planes, when they fly in formation, I don't care how tight they are, they have a tendency to move up and down, in and out, so forth and so on. These lights never wavered. They stayed exactly even as it was one object and made the slow turn.
I looked up, and right over my head, virtually, it wasn't far off, it was right over my head and very still, there was a rim of lights in the shape of a triangle.
It was just a tremendous object. It was anywhere from wingtip to wingtip, about 50 or 60 yards.
These were very, very unusual lights. I've never seen anything like it in my life, and so I pulled my car over and I had to take a look.
And then one night, he spotted this one round object. And that's when he called me, and he said, "Quick, let's get the camera." And we did.
Oh, good God. I don't know. I'm going to tell you something, honey. I don't know what the hell it is.
It's rotating.
9,000 odd people have seen this thing, or whatever it is, and they all just can't be crazy.
Bob and Lori have 2 children. They are concerned about what they saw in the sky. They also wonder why the government hasn't investigated the event. Their concern is shared by David Scarpino, an accountant who works in New York City. Scarpino, a family man, has publicly called for a government investigation. He and others, like Bill Healy, a meteorologist at the county airport, made this demand at a town meeting. Public furor has been led by County Clerk Dennis Sant. Sant feels that a government investigation is indicated by the fact that eyewitnesses have all reported seeing the same thing.
You know, the movement was almost like a probing movement. It was very slow, and it stopped periodically and stationary, where it just came to a standstill, and then it would move to another position, and the movement from one position to another was just extremely slow.
Now, the speed at which it was going at that point was very slow, because I had to walk at a very slow, deliberate gait to keep up with, just keep up the lights. For every step I took, it moved a little bit.
It moved in a very straight line, very slowly. There was absolutely no noise.
When I walked away from it, at that point, it started to rotate virtually, almost as it was on an axis. It didn't make a big loop, it just rotated.
It appeared, as I said, to rotate in the sky, change lights. Aircraft, I don't care how well precise you want to be in flying those suckers, you're not going to be able to make them move 90 degrees. All right, this thing did apparently rotate. You can't do that with aircraft.
I know what it wasn't. It wasn't an ultralight. It wasn't a blimp. It wasn't gas. No one's tried to tell me what it was, but I know what it wasn't. The government didn't come to me as a rational individual. As an accountant, I like concrete things. I like evidence. For them to say that I didn't see anything without really talking to me and investigating it, it means that they were trying to hide something. And that was my feeling from the very beginning.
They know something, okay? They know something. Either they know that there's something up there, and they want to investigate it themselves and don't want other people trying to handle it, or they're doing something. But if they're doing something, then let people know about it.